So, right. This is going to be a tutorial for Nightfire. It's going to be a completely live tutorial. I'm just going to go into a Nightfire here so this doesn't, the cutscenes don't play. So I'm going to try and make this tutorial as absolute user-friendly as possible from both beginner players who have never played the game or are looking to run the game up to advanced runners such as myself. Yeah, I'm up talking myself saying advanced, but come on, let's be real. I'm okay at this game. I said I was gonna switch to. I've got a lot of notes here. That's why I'm gonna keep looking this way. So I've got a lot of notes. I said I'm gonna switch to emulator in some parts, but I don't even have that set up, and I want to avoid doing that. But I do have an emulator, but I don't have any like capture scenes set up, and I want to avoid doing that if I have to. And the way I'm going to do this is each level we're going to go through has multiple areas, and I'm just going to run through the levels and go over every part and go over multiple strats, from both beginner strats to advanced strats. Oh, I didn't start it. There we go.
Baby, did you see that?
Okay, so... Oh, shit. Okay, so number one, to run this game, you're gonna need, number one, obviously a copy of this game and the console to run it on. So, we run this game on GameCube. GameCube is by far probably the best controls, and the controller is just really nice. PS2, just forget about it. If you're gonna want to run this game, get it on GameCube or Xbox. But apparently the clipping is really weird on Xbox, and I'll talk about clipping later in the run, but Xbox has the fastest load times, but GameCube is just the best all-arounder. Now, you can get a memory card for this game. You don't need one, but it's going to save you a lot of time. And different versions of this game, yeah, I have written down the stuff to talk about. There are different versions. There's both PAL and NTSC. There's minor differences, but the main differences are PAL runs at 50 frames, NTSC 60 frames. So, very common. Now, whatever you do, and I learned this the hard way, if you're going to run this game, don't run it through Homebrew. You can run it through Homebrew to learn, and to the leaderboards, you can submit runs above 43 minutes. Anything under that's on an emulator or Homebrew, do not submit. And this includes USB loaders on the Wii with things such as Nintendo and USB loaded GX or like Dios Mios or anything like that. Even if you're booting from the boot disk in drive, it's not allowed because that actually reduces a lot of lag from the game, and actually the load times are increased by like just a hair, but it's still unfair. Okay. So when you load up this game, if you have a memory card in like me, the game will go straight to the main menu after language selection and stuff. But if you don't have a memory card in, it's going to start you on the mission Paris Prelude. As soon as that mission starts, just push pause and exit the mission straight to the main menu. That mission is actually this one, but we actually don't play this one. You start the run on Exchange. Now, to set up this game, once you've exited out of Paris Prelude or you're at the main menu, code names, you're going to want to go in here and you're going to want to make some code names. If you're running this game without a memory card, or you're running for ILs or anything like that, for ILs, you want to make a new code name, call it anything you want. Yeah, call it anything you want. I'll get back to control styles in a second, but you're going to want to make a new code name, and you're going to want to enter the cheat codes. This is for ILs. You're going to want to enter the cheat codes QLab, and this is the cheat code to unlock all gadgets. And you're going to want to enter Passport to unlock all levels. Now, that'll unlock everything. This is what you want to do for ILs, and that's for ILs to submit. So that's all the gadgets unlocked, fully upgraded, everything. This is not a codename you use for running the game. If you want to practice ILs without like ILs for actual runs, you just do the same thing that I just did, but only do passport. Now I'm gonna talk about hang on, let me just go down in my notes. So I'm gonna talk about control styles. So the two most popular control styles for running this game are Nightfire and GoldenEye. If you want to play on Classic Bond, go for your life. I just forget about it though, to be honest. It's horrible. Nightfire and GoldenEye are the two most popular ones. You can see that like all these other ones, except maybe like Goldfinger, are just horrible because they just have like weird controls, and the only ones that really make sense are GoldenEye and Nightfire. But play with whatever you want. I don't mind. But I use Nightfire. It's because what I'm used to. You're gonna want to go to advanced options. Toggle anything here you want. You can play with rumble off, auto aim off. I don't recommend any of those off. The only one I recommend off is weapon auto switch. Keep that off. Everything else just don't mess with unless you desperately want to. AV options. You can play with the music off if you want. I do. You're definitely going to want to turn subtitles on though, because there's one audio cue at the end of the game that you need to be watching for. But for the purpose of this tutorial, and since I'm not listening to music right now, I'm going to leave the in-game music on. So this is how you would set it up, and then you would go save codename, .say.exists, and you save it. If you don't have a memory card in, it still will save it, but once you relaunch the game, it'll be gone. So just ignore all my code names. Marty McFuckoff is my master save for practicing ILs. But for the purpose of running this game, let's just say we just started up, right? You go to code names, you want to go to the default one. So this is the code name for playing without saving. Now, you want to set everything up what I told you to do. Boom. Back to code names. Now, the play without saving thing is done. So it'll say you won't be able to save, but the reason we do this is because in between each level, it won't give you the option to save. Whereas if it did, if you're playing with a code name, it'll actually tell you, hey, do you want to save? That is also an added benefit to playing without a memory card, is it won't give you the option to save, but you can just select play without saving. So, right off the bat, did I talk about anything else? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, emulator, I brushed over this with emulators and homebrew before, but emulators and homebrew are actually allowed for IL submissions, because for ILs we use the in-game timer shown at the end. Now, we run this game on Operative. On Operative, you're pretty much a bullet sponge. Okay. I think I've covered everything in the getting set up area. From then on, you would just go straight into Exchange and you would start the run. But I'm not going to do that just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about movement and stuff. So I'll just select my save here. And I'm going to go to Phoenix Fire. Now, I'm going to use this level to demonstrate a lot of the movement. I'm going to talk about clips, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to start on Phoenix Fire. Right. So once this loads, I'll get into a bit of movement. So I'm just going to kill this guy. So I don't have a proper input display. I've only got my controller here, but the basic way you move in this game is you want to be strafing. Don't run forward. You notice that I'm running a lot slower, and if you listen to the game, you hear my footsteps, right? And then when I start strafing, notice they're faster. This is what we want to be doing throughout the whole game. This is your general move tech, is strafing. It's a lot like GoldenEye, but, well, pretty much identical to GoldenEye. But you want to be able to find when you're strafing, you want to be able to find the optimal strafe angle, and this is usually around the GameCube controller's notches in the top left and top right. Some controllers, the optimal strafe angle isn't in the top right or top left notch, so you'll need to shift a little bit upwards to compensate. My controller is really good, and it's right in the notches. That's just my controller. Right. When you're changing strafe directions, such as so, you want to be flicking to the notches, and this is obviously faster. Like, if I'm turning this corner like that, that's obviously not as fast as actually changing my strafe direction. Yeah, the notches are really, really useful. Okay. So in some... I was gonna move on to the next part, lag. This game lags a lot in some areas. This game lags a lot in some areas. To avoid lag in some areas, what we obviously do is look at the ground or look at the sky. Now, I'll get into that later. I'll be showing various lag reduction strats. Clipping, okay. So now I'm going to talk about clipping. This game is broken. The clipping was found by someone who doesn't run this game. Loit, I think his name was. Low1TS, whatever. I think he was the guy who found it. Now, simply put, clipping works in this game in the sense that when you don't have a gun or a gadget out, your hitbox is different to when you do. So, if I'm crouched and I stand up and pull out a gadget, I also might add that in order to do these clips, you're going to have to do some weird grip styles. I actually grip like this when I go to do clips. If you've seen me clip before. Now, that's another thing about grip styles. I didn't talk about that before, but I actually play with a claw grip. I don't know if you can see that. I've got this finger here to jump, hitting the Y button. And I don't actually crouch with that. I still crouch with the with my thumb. But this is just easier to adjust the C-stick. Well, actually, when I go to crouch or do a clip, I actually just see I've got one finger here for the X button and one for the D-pad. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So, watch when I crouch and then stand back up. Watch my hitbox change. You ready? Boom. See it change? Do it again. Boom. Boom. Now, this is obviously useful. I forgot you can get up here. So yeah, this is obviously useful, but you can abuse this and in certain areas. Uh-oh, that spawned bad guys. I'm just gonna restart. You can abuse this in certain areas and stand inside doors and walls and corners and all sorts of stuff and just clip through stuff, essentially. So, I'm gonna demonstrate this with... If you're gonna practice clipping, this door right here is probably the easiest, or one of the easiest clips in the game to practice on. So all you want to do is stand up and pull out a gadget, and now I'm actually in a state of I'm stuck in the ground, so when I hit crouch again, I'm gonna fall. So you ready? Boom. See? I'll show you that again. Well, actually, I'll show the other way you can do that clip, and then I'll talk about out of bounds falling damage.
Security alert.
So this is the other way you can do that clip. It's a bit harder, but I'm alright at it. Now, when I'm actually bobbing up and down here like this, I don't know if my capture card shows it very well, but I'm actually in a state of taking a lot of fall damage. So if I came back inbounds, it doesn't work on this map, but if I come back inbounds, I will actually die. But on this map, I actually just fall through the map, which is pretty funny. But just believe me, if I came back inbounds and touched the ground there, I will die. And I'll demonstrate this on chain reaction better later. Anyway, I'm gonna demonstrate frame perfect clips and reverse clipping now. So, actually, no. I can go to night shift to demonstrate this. I'll just run through this. No, I'm wasting time. Oh, by the way, I didn't split.
Oh, yeah, baby, did you see that?
I'll go to night shift because then I can demonstrate reverse clipping and everything. So night shift. I'll get into the more of the basics of this level later, but simply put, frame perfect clipping. So when you go for a frame perfect clip, you have to clip the instant your hitbox changes. So let me just knock out all the guards here so they don't bother me.
Raise the alarm.
Okay. Now, I already showed this earlier. When your hitbox changes, boom. When you go for a frame perfect clip, you have to hit the crouch button on the exact frame that changes. And there's a bit of a visual cue for this. Now, there's a frame perfect clip here, which is actually only works on PAL. I have to hit the button the instant Bond touches his wristwatch. So you see how, boom, he touches his watch there. Oh, no, it's actually like a frame or two before he touches his watch on PAL. But, I'm gonna try and demonstrate this. I'm really bad at this clip, but hang on. Yeah, I'm really bad at this clip. Now, there's a few ways you can go for frame perfect clips. You can time the frame, or you can actually just mash the button really hard. But I actually prefer to time the frame, but that's just me. I find it more consistent. Oop. Yeah, okay, I got it there. That clip is... I do not recommend going for that clip in RTA, by the way. So that's a frame perfect clip. There's a few frame perfect clips in the run. There's only one that really matters, though. Now, I'm gonna restart here, and I'll show you how reverse clipping works. So reverse clipping is another concept. It's called reverse clipping because you're not actually clipping while crouched. You're clipping while standing up already. And this is the only reverse clip in the run, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. And I'll try to go into more detail about it. Well, I'll still go into detail about it now, and I'll talk about it later. So this can just be a good guide. So, some objects you can, like, sink yourself into, and then you can stand up and clip through. I don't even know exactly how it works, but just take into account that this clip... Okay, this clip... You see, I'm really bad at this too, so I might not be the best teacher too, sorry. Now, you see how I didn't bob back up? It's because I'm actually sunk into the ground, and I put away my gadget, I can walk forward... Once I'm sunk into a certain level, I stand up and pull out my gadget and hold forward, and I clip through the door. That's reverse clipping. I believe I've covered every bit of movement that's important, and I'll actually move on to starting the game now. Okay. So, as I said before, you hit the play without saving button. So we're gonna start with exchange.
Oh, yeah, baby, did you see that?
So, this first area, it's pretty simple. Just jump off the edge, just keep running, strafe to the left or right if you want. You can go up this slope here, but I might add that the strafing angles here are really, really tight, and you can fall off. If you fall off, just restart, though. If you get a good line, you shouldn't fall off, though. Oh, I also need to add that when you're going up slopes, spam jump, and because you'll actually go up them faster. Now, if you're doing an actual run of this, a good time to the door is 18 seconds. Okay, and that's all there is to that first area. Just jump down, strafe up, strafe the other direction. You don't even have to change your strafe angles. You can turn. And it's not that much slower. Okay. So the second area is much of the same, except with another bit of an annoying thing. So strafe up here, jump up the stairs, keep strafing. Make sure you get a good line if you want to go fast. Okay, so right off the bat, these spotlights here, they're complete RNG, where they're going to spawn. They have certain areas where they will spawn, but which one it is completely random. Now, I actually got a bad one. The spotlight actually spawned in front of me. Now, it's actually good because I can show this right now. If I walk in this spotlight, I've just triggered the alarm. And this actually, I will also say, just, you can also get shot by the dudes up on top of the bridge up there. But anyway, this spotlight actually makes these 3 guards over here, no, 4 guards over here spawn. And, that's very, very bad because, well, they get in your way and they do a lot of damage. But I will say, if you do trigger it, do continue on. There's different patterns in which the guards can spawn. Sometimes you can run through them and be okay. But I will just say, don't go past this level if you have red health. You're just not going to survive later in the level. Anyway, so we're going to replay that and hope we get good RNG with the spotlights. If you're in like a marathon setting or you have to finish the run, just try and walk around the spotlight or something. Like, try and walk more inwards. But anyway, yeah, jump up the slope. Put the silencer on if you want. Okay. See, I got good RNG here. If a spotlight spawns down here, like where I'm aiming, you can actually jump on this slope thing here, and the spotlights on the ground won't actually trigger. So yeah, you just come over here, jump on here, jump up the stairs, and skip the cutscene. Skip every cutscene you can. Anyway, and that's the second part. Okay. So the party, it's pretty simple. Just strafe through, strafe left, strafe right. Come here, open the door, strafe this way. These girls here can actually get you stuck sometimes. Now, this guy here coming through the door, Rook, you want to strafe to the left out of his way and let him come through and then go. You won't be able to walk straight past him because he'll block you.
To the stairs. Drake's about to address his
See?
guests in the grand ballroom.
So you can buzz if you push the jump button, it buzzes. You can do that a bit if you want. Keep coming up the stairs, open this door, trigger the cutscene, and you think the silence reduces damage. Hang on, sorry. Oh, the silencer. No, it actually does the same amount of damage. You can still kill people with 2 shots. So you come through here, and it'll trigger the cutscene. You skip it, and you don't actually want to go back this way. You want to come up to this bookshelf here. Now, this is going to be our first clip of the run. Where you want to clip here is, you see these white books here? This is the area of clipping. You want to clip like as far along as you possibly can. Now, you will struggle with this at first, I'm not going to lie, I did. You can fall out of bounds and then come back in and take a lot of damage. If you're good, like me, well, I'm not good, but if you're okay at this game, you can do it without falling out of bounds and taking damage, or taking like very little damage. So I'm going to show you how to do this clip. So you stand up and pull out a gadget. Okay, I fucked it up. You stand up and pull out a gadget and then hit crouch again and immediately start turning to the left and strafing to the top right. Sorry, turning to the right and strafing to the top right. That's just really important. I'll show that again. I'll try and go find a place where I can die. I'll just go and like zap a guard or something. Or a guest. Pretty sure this spawns the guards here. I'll show the bookshelf clip again just for the sake of demonstration.
Not now.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, because you're not actually supposed to go this way. It's not intended, obviously, because you're clipping out of bounds. So I'll go through the party again.
007. The guests won't take kindly to Perons. Keep them hidden to maintain a low
You can, like,
profile.
bring out your gadgets and fuck about. Just don't bring out the stunner, because you can... Well, I just showed you can fail the mission with it. Bring out your gadgets and fuck
Bond
about a bit.
heads for the stairs. Drake's about to address his guests in the grand
Make sure you get
ballroom.
out of Rook's way. Okay.
Great fun.
Now I'll show you the bookshelf clip again. I'll show you what happens if you, like, mess it up. I'll try to mess it up on purpose, but I'm not very good at it, at messing it up. Okay, that was an example of a slow bookshelf clip, but just take my word for it. If you fall out of bounds, just keep walking. And if you have, like, I don't know, yellow health by then, you still can continue. Anyway, so you want to come up here, go up these stairs, try to change your strafe directions instead of turning because it's faster, and then push U's on this door. And in an actual run, getting to this door at, say, 147 is the best you can get there. Or at least for me. And Matt Timber. Now, this third area, there is another clip you can do here in the painting, but it's actually faster to go this way. So you run over here, skip the cutscene, come out here, open the window. Now, be careful when you're here. Try not to jump, otherwise you fall on the zip line, and that wastes a lot of time. Do not do that. So you come over here, you want to shoot both of these guards. Just believe me. You want to shoot them because later in the level, it's going to lag. And, yeah, it's going to cause all sorts of nightmares trying to kill the helicopter if you have lag. You want those guys dead. Also, you want them dead because once you come back outside, they can open the door. And they'll open it on the same time you try to open it outwards. And it just becomes a mess. So you want to drop down and try and land on top of the door here to take as little fall damage as you can. And then you open the door. Get out your laser. This guy here can sometimes stand in front of the thing you've got a laser. But he didn't now. But if he does, just try and like use the laser thing through him or do whatever. Shoot him if you absolutely have to. So you open the panel, zap it, come in here, grab the armor. Now there is a strat you can do where... I'm going to be pausing and unpausing a lot through this tutorial, sorry. There is a strat you can do where you can actually just ignore these guys and laser open the hatches anyway. It's really risky though, and I don't recommend it. So you grab them, tap each of them twice, pull out the laser. Those guys shooting behind us, just ignore them. Start zapping it and make sure you manual aim, and then once you've popped off the first one, just crouch and pull the C-stick down. And I fucked that up. This thing opens, you grab the sentinel, come out here, jump down, reload your gun, open the door. Now you want to jump over this way and jump in here. Now, what you're going to want to try and do here is actually trigger the gondola to go away, but you don't actually want to get in the gondola. So how we're going to do that is we're going to look at these and just walk backwards. And that should trigger it every time. You come off, grab the armor, jump back on. Now you want to try and kill all of these guys that you can. They can sometimes really troll you hard and not run out. Yeah, that's really annoying. Try and like use strafe aim, do whatever you can to kill them. So I got pretty lucky there and they all died, but you notice as well when I'm looking up this way, the game is actually lagging. You get rid of the enemies and the game lags less. Now, you also want them dead because if you go to fire a rocket at the helicopter, their bullets can actually blow up your rockets. I'm not joking. If you've watched my stream before, you've seen this plenty of times. Anyway, so get out the sentinel and you want to aim here. I messed that up. Okay, well, I beat it anyway, but I'll try and show a better example of where to aim, but it's hard to explain. I'll run through that level again. I'll just go through the level fully just to show it all in action, and I'll try and show a better example of where to fire. It's okay. Just jump off the edge, put the silencer on if you want. Run up this slope. You don't have to run up the slope, I just do slightly faster. Hope these guys don't shoot you. Shoot one of these guards if you want, just for fun. And just spam A to go to the next part as soon as you can. Okay. Much of the same deal here. Spam jump to go up the slope faster. Okay, got good spotlights. Always run along this thing. Come this way. Boom. There we go. Yeah. I mean, this level's pretty simple, but you can get stuck in it because of the helicopter or the bookshelf clip. Well, the bookshelf clip's not hard, it's just like if you miss it, it's just up, reset, you know what I mean? Can be a pain in the ass, but it's not as bad as Enemies Vanquished, which I will get onto later.
Drake's about to address his guests in the grand ballroom.
What's that?
Okay. So you come this way, do the bookshelf clip. Strafe immediately so you don't take fall damage. Come up the stairs, boom. Boom. And press the door. I will also say, and I'll demonstrate this after Alpine Escape, but you actually, I won't run through Alpine Escape again, but you actually just want to mash A after beating a level. And I like to split the, I'll talk about splitting in a second. Okay, I didn't kill that guy, but it's okay. You won't always kill them, but I'm gonna come back for him.
Those ninjas look like they could
Give these guys 2 taps.
laser on them, would you, 007?
Don't bother going for headshots there, just 2 tap them, it's much faster. Okay, you see how he opened the door there? Sometimes if you're fast and you're right up against the door and about to open it, he can just open it and just mess with you. Okay, so you come around this way. Boom. Boom. Walk backwards. Get back on the gondola. Now you notice my game's lagging because these guys aren't dead. So yeah, these guys can really troll you. So you see, okay, I don't know if you can see it, but do you see this like tower thing in the distance? And I messed that up. Okay, so what you want to do is, I messed that up, but once the gondola, it'll make a noise, right? And the noise will be like, you want to fire right as it goes, like that. And you want to fire 2 rockets at that tower thing, skip the cutscene, look a little to the left, fire again, and then again to the left, fire again, and look down at your feet. You want to look down at your feet because it'll reduce lag. I didn't do it because I messed it up, but you want to look down at your feet, just believe me. Go watch my PB run, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway. I just ran through exchange again. So that's how you do exchange. Let's
Oh, yeah,
split for
baby,
that.
did you see that?
Now, Alpine Escape. Let's talk about this level. This level is an auto-scroller, essentially. There's, like, very little speed tricks you can do to actually speed up this level. There's only a few here and there. Obviously, you skip as many cutscenes as you can. This first area, there's not really much to do. You can draw something in the snow if you want. Once you learn the pattern of how these guys spawn, it's pretty easy as well. I like to kill these guys at the start. You can, like, shoot this thing out. Just be careful when doing that, because a lot of these explosions actually lag the game. And I will add, this game has... this level has probably some of the most lag in the entire game. Now, once you shoot this guy in the door, this is the last bad guy, you want to start mashing A. You want to start mashing A as soon as Zoe says got it. Okay. So boom, here. Now, right there is, what you want to do is you want to shoot those barrels. The reason you want to do that is because, that actually makes Zoe speed up. Now, you can see my game was actually lagging there because of the explosion. Once you shoot, just spin around. You can push Y and it'll spin your turret around. If you can do that to get away from looking at lag, do it. Same for these. Shoot these barrels. Zoe speeds up. Look behind, and sometimes you want to look up as well because of the snow trail particles behind you. They can lag the game. Okay. So you don't even have to really do anything through this whole level. There's only some enemies that you have to shoot. You don't have to shoot these guys, but I like to. because because I've had them almost block me going through this tunnel up ahead before. Also, my voice is starting to hurt. So if I start like wheezing through this whole thing, I'm sorry. But this guy up here, we're gonna go through a tunnel, right?
Look out, James, they're up ahead.
And we're gonna try and shoot this guy who spawns up ahead while the cutscene is playing. So you fire before the cutscene happens. Now this saves a good amount. This saves like a second or two. So you want to equip your missiles, zoom in, and then push up on the D-pad to zoom in.
Up ahead, James.
And boom. You can line up with the trees behind, and it's pretty good. Yeah, these trees here, see these two trees? You can line up with them. Now, you don't have to kill these guys, you can if you want, but if you're gonna kill this guy, just be careful, because his, I should be drinking water. That's a good point. I should probably go AFK and get some water. I'll be right back. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let me just take a drink of water. So, I didn't even take into account that I'm going to be drinking. I'm talking for a long time here. Right. So, if you're going to shoot this guy, just be careful, because his snowmobile, you can accidentally kill the driver, and when the driver stops, he gets in your way and makes you go slower. So, what I like to do if I'm gonna kill him is just shoot the gunner out and just leave it, and use only the machine gun. Same for this guy. And then from here on, I just like to look at the sky if I don't feel like doing anything, but if I do want to shoot people, I just shoot them, shoot the barrels. Okay, same as before, a thing we're about to come up on, that was my roommate who gave me that. What we're about to come up on is we're going to try and shoot this this gate through like the instant cutscene ends. You don't want to shoot it through the cutscene because you'll actually go slower if you do that. You can shoot the switch on the wall if you feel accurate, and that's a hair faster, but it's a lot harder to do. So you want to just mash A to skip the cutscene and blow the doors off with the missiles, look behind you, and then look up, because they fire rockets and that's going to cause a lag. Skip this cutscene, look up and to the right, up at the mountains up here. This reduces lag too. What you see when I look down, bad example. And then you want to spin back this way. So you enter here looking backwards, so you look away from those explosions. This part is going to have lag, by the way, and it's almost unavoidable. So you want to fire 3 rockets at each of these snowmobiles so they don't bother you. These guys actually do a lot of damage, and you want to get rid of them. And there's going to be another guy up ahead. Now, what we're going to do with him is, you can kill him in a few ways. I prefer to just, like, pre-fire 1 rocket at him. Like that. And that deals with the gunner, or it'll make him stop sometimes. And he doesn't get in your way. You can shoot the helicopter a bit if you want. And, yeah, that's Alpine Escape. Easy level. You want to just mash A to get through that. And now, this is what it'll look like when you're going through the game.
Oh yeah, baby, did you see that?
That's when I usually split, when I just split there. Like, the instant the screen goes black again. Now, welcome to Enemies Vanquished. The biggest fucking run killer of this game, and next to Chain Reaction, and the biggest piece of shit level ever. How the car works in this game, I can't explain it. I'm gonna try and explain it the best I can. And I'll explain how the out-of-bounds skip works. So, what I like to do is I like to drive up here, and you see these, like, shadows on the ground. Hang on. See these, like, shadows here? I like to drive up and turn once I get to them, and use the handbrake. You push X to use the handbrake, right? You drive up, go a little to the left, and then spin around with the handbrake. The left, handbrake, spin around, accelerate. And what you're aiming for is the barricade all the way on the right. You want to hit this one and make sure it goes out of the boundaries. And to do this, you hit it with, like, the center of your car. Well, you hit the left of it with the center of your car. And what you want to do is make sure it goes out, and then you want to turn your car into the other barricade. This other barricade is, like, completely solid unless you hit it with the front of your car. But if you hit it with the back, it doesn't move and it'll actually boost you. And I just fucked that by firing a missile. Okay. Now you turn into it, and then turn back a little. So, I just got it. I got very lucky there. What you want to do is you actually want to drive into it, turn your car to the left, and then the instant it starts to bob up, turn a little back to the right, and then just accelerate. Okay. Be careful there. I just showed something else wrong. I turned too quickly there. Now this is actually, like, fully fucked. Oh, no, I saved it. I didn't even know you could do that to save it. Wow. Okay. But, okay. I'll try and show this again, and I'll try and show some examples of what can happen if you do it, like, incorrectly. Like, this can happen. Your car just doesn't want to go out of bounds. See, I haven't actually moved the barricade, though, so I could attempt the skip again. Sometimes your car will tumble over. Okay. Other times your car will come like this. This is when it's truly fucked. And then I bumped the barricade. So EV, you just have to go reset. Luckily, this level loads instantly, so it doesn't matter. Trust me, this EV is just going to be something that's going to take you a while to get. I've gotten pretty consistent at it, considering I'm second place on the leaderboards for this IL. Yeah, sometimes your car can be like this, but then sometimes when you're like this, the car can just bob back over magically. I wish I had input display to show what I'm pushing, but I'm sorry I don't. Yeah, and then sometimes it just goes over magically. It's weird. I don't know, and then you've got, like... This is the Mike Mint method. You drive back out and then in. Yeah, look, this method is just annoying, but I don't know, I'm getting incredibly lucky today. But yeah, trust me, you're gonna know the stress to it. If you need more help with this, Mike Mint does have a tutorial for this level, but yeah, that's really all I can say about it. Also, if your car tumbles over, you've got like a half and half chance to go over or what just happened there. So now, I'll do the level normally now. Or try to. Whoops. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Boom. See what? This is the run killer level, boys? Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, this is why this is the run killer level. Okay. You gonna work? Okay, there we go. Now, once you're out of bounds, you see how I just crossed over into like an area where geometry ends? You're gonna want to accelerate to this like thing you can see in the distance, and you're going to want to accelerate for exactly 27 seconds and then let go of the gas. So you see I crossed it about 451. So you minus 27 from 451, it's 424. And you can judge this by the in-game timer up the top. I like to use the machine gun to line myself up. Just try and line up where my machine gun is now. So I'm going to let go of the gas at 424. Watch. I like to give it a little tap sometimes. Make sure you got your missiles out, by the way. Ah, sorry, I timed that wrong, but you get the idea. Also, you can sometimes bounce here on the ground. What I like to do is hold reverse and the handbrake, so X and L. And I don't bounce as much, but I did bounce then. But I actually still hit the trigger to make the enemy spawn. Skip this cutscene, go into first person, and just mash A and don't leave any man alive. If you do it right, you can get everybody in like a one run. And then you skip this cutscene and GG for that level.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Okay,
Did you
double
see that?
cross. You want to skip that cutscene that plays. Just look at my notes. So, The first area, what's going to happen is you're going to skip the cutscene. This guy's going to jump in through glass and roll. What I like to do is actually pre-aim him and headshot him. Like that. Now, these guys are RNG. They're going to run either both to the left, they can stay in the back, or they can go both to the right, or they can be all over the place. I got lucky here, and they're both to the right, so I can actually run out here. What you want to do is use your PPK to one-tap them. Now, I didn't get lucky. They can spawn with random guns. Sometimes they can spawn with a Storm, which is like a submachine gun. And you can use that to spray down the enemies, but I didn't get it, so I'm just going to actually use... Actually, I'll restart the level just to show what it looks like with it. I recommend using the Storm if you're a beginner, but if you're an advanced player, use the PP7. Okay, this guy has a Storm. You need to kill all the enemies, by the way, otherwise Mayhew doesn't move. I like to shoot that glass because sometimes that can block Mayhew. What I like to do here is run forward, shoot these guys, shoot the two guys with the shotguns first, and then you actually come back and try to guide Mayhew, because Mayhew actually moves faster when he's on the screen. Try and be accurate. You don't want to waste all your ammo. Now, I will add, Mayhew is a little bitch on this level. He will either run to you or not run at all. So he'll either make or break this level for you sometimes. Now, let me just take a drink of water, because my throat's already starting to hurt. Right. This next room has a lot of enemies in it, and Mayhew can only go through if they're either stunned or dead. So there's a few strats you can do. What I like to do is actually throw a stun grenade and drop the Shaver. The Shaver is a stun grenade that you can detonate, and you plant it in the center of the glass thing. What I like to do is throw a stun grenade in the back of the room and a Shaver in this glass thing. Switch the shotgun to auto, by the way. I'm gonna have that happen a lot, so you can shoot these guys easily. I missed there. So I like to drop the Shaver in here, detonate. I usually actually throw the stun grenade first. I'm gonna redo this. See, and the enemies in there are just completely random what they want to do as well. Just rerun through this just to show it. I'm gonna use the PPK because that's what I like doing. I feel more happy going for just one taps, to be honest.
I'm not going anywhere till you check the hallway.
Okay, Mayhew's with me. So yeah, it's random what these guys like to do. Try to use strafe aim too. You pick up the armor, guide Mayhew. I will also add that using multiple guns here is really good. So you throw the stun grenade. These guys will break the glass automatically for you. And usually one or two of them will survive and not get stunned. And the instant Mayhew says this way, that means he's running through. So you want to open the bunker door, because Mayhew he can actually go to open it and it's really slow. You want to open the bunker door. Similar to Natalia from GoldenEye, yeah.
We're close to the bunker now.
Now, I fucked that up, but you actually want to be pulling out your PP7, because we're going to be going for some crispy headshots here in a bit. And I think the PP7 is actually the easiest way to do this second area. Now, this second area double cross, we're going to go for some crispy headshots and some really dumb jumps. So pull out your PP7, jump up this ladder, push A to open the door, put the silencer on, so you're, if you want, I guess. So once that girl runs out, you come in here. You see this guy pointing the gun at the girl? You want to headshot him, and I messed that up. If you're fast, you can walk in there and headshot him. Now, don't walk into that room. Do not walk into that room, otherwise a cutscene will play, and you don't want that to happen. Now, I'm just gonna kill everyone here for the purpose of demonstration, just so I can show the strat here because it's really bad. Also, I'll also add that this level out here lags a lot, like a lot. I'll just kill everyone just for the purpose of demonstration. You can turn on the laser on the Magnum too, and it's really good. What the heck? Okay. Let me just kill everyone so they don't chase me. Okay. Oops. So we're gonna jump over this railing. Let me just... Okay. Right. They all dead? Okay, all the main people we need to worry about are dead. Now, we're gonna go for a weird jump here. So, this thing here, this, like, little railing here, laser reduces fire rate. Yeah, but it's more accurate. So, there's actually, like, a bit of missing texture. Hang on. Fuck, I'm so bad. What do you expect? I'm aiming with a controller. There we go, what a shot. So, this, like, area here, has, like, a bit of missing invisible wall up here. Notice if I jump up to it here, I can't exactly jump over. Yeah, I can't jump over. Now, there's a bit of, like, missing texture here. It's hard to explain how to do this, but what you want to do is jump from, like, the top of this rock here up to here. And then, once you get to this, like, hole here, you're gonna jump and, like, strafe into the left and then back in. I don't know. It's sort of a thing you've just gotta, like, get good at. It's hard to explain how it works. I don't know, hey. I like to just sort of walk over here and then back and then jump. That's how I do it. So what you want to do then is shoot Mayhew's computer. You can punch it. I don't recommend punching it because you have to walk up to do it. I just did it for lulz. But, oh, no, I'm not talking about the other options. Sorry. So, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. There's another method you can do here. Keys showed it in his tutorial, but I'm really bad at it. I don't even know how it works, hey. So, I just recommend only doing this one because it's easier. Or if you really can't hit this one, just run around. Just genuinely run around and be careful not to swim because you'll slow down, I think. But keep in mind that when you come this way, opening this door actually spawns enemies in here. Whereas if you do the jump, you don't, these enemies don't spawn. So I'm just gonna die just so I can show. Actually, nah, I'll just keep running. But once you're in here, you shoot Mayhew's computer, you keep going. You want to pull out your PP7, auto aim to that guy, spam shots, and then just turn and spam on the door. Be careful not to shoot the girl too. Right. How do I explain this area? So, number one, you want to pull out your Magnum. Now, you pull out your Magnum because it's the best gun to just kill this guy as quickly as possible. This hostage can get shot by the bad guys, and I'll show that right now, if it happens. So you want to grab the code key, come over to this painting, press use on the painting, opens this door. Now, that guy there is pointing at a hostage. That guy there is pointing at a hostage. So, you want to kill this guy and run through as quick as possible, but I'll just show it. This girl can actually get shot by these guys. See? And this can happen when you're running through. Now, I got lucky there and it didn't happen. But, I don't know, it just seems random whether they're gonna shoot it or not. I'll try and show it, like, in a context of if I was trying to go fast.
I've added an item to your inventory. A powerful yet stealthy flashbang grenade disguised as an electric shaver.
So if I came through... Wow, I'm getting, like, extreme luck today. I'm trying to show it in a context that I'm actually going fast.
added an item to your inventory. A powerful yet
I will also
stealthy
say, try to
flashbang
avoid
grenade
using the
disguised
shotgun
as an electric
anywhere
shaver.
here because the shotgun spread can really
Simply
get
place
messed up. Okay, yeah, you see? See, I was just trying to go fast there and they actually shot her. Now, ways I have to avoid this are, if you go slow, sometimes they don't shoot her. But I think the most solid method that actually works pretty well is you need to try and, like, bait out the guy's shot. You want to listen for the shotgun, the shotgun shot. So, I like to shoot him. Okay, I heard the shotgun shot, so I went through. I'll try and show that again. It's because this level is fucked. Well, this part of the level is fucked. I'll show that again.
007. I've added an item to your inventory.
Sorry.
A powerful yet stealthy flashbang grenade disguised as an electric shaver. Simply place it on the ground and detonate it remotely when ready.
Okay, I heard him shoot his shotgun. Also, when you come through here, try to swing wide so that if they're gonna go and shoot you, they don't accidentally shoot her. Now, you can pick up that armor over there if you want, if you're low on health. I don't recommend it. You're already a bullet sponge on this difficulty, but if you must, continue. If you must, just go and get it. I don't recommend it, though, because you're gonna get armor soon anyway. Now, although the guy with the sniper can do a bit of damage to you, I might add. So, you shoot that guy there that I just shot, so you can walk through the doorway. Now, this guy here, he has a sniper. We need that sniper. You want to shoot him from a faraway distance, so he'll in like most situations, if you shoot him from a far distance, he'll fall on the roof. You don't want him falling on the ground. Can't get the armor, and it's slower to go onto the ground. So you 2-tap him, and you want to 2-tap this guy. Now, notice he dropped sniper on the roof. You crouch, pull out the sniper, grab the armor, and go into this last thing here. Now, that's pretty simple. Now we have to do a fight with a ninja. Now, this is the reason we actually picked up this sniper. You want to skip these 2 cutscenes. Now, the ninja can do one of 3 things. And one is really good. The other, like, horrible. So he can either backflip, which is the best option, because you'll have the most time to prepare to zoom in and headshot him, which will instant kill him, or he can side flip. So what you want to do is wait for him to either side flip or back flip, and then react off that. So if he side flips, you want to no scope him. If he back flips, you want to zoom in and shoot him. Okay, he back flipped. And you want to just do that. You want to practice that a bit. Go for a teabag if you want. The side flip, though, is just... Honestly, it's just random whether he does it or not. Now, I'm going to run through this level again for you, just to show it. So pre-aim this guy, headshot him. Okay, I got like bad RNG here. So you want to go for crispy 1-taps, if you're good. I didn't mean to do that, whoops. Yeah, I usually prefer to use the PP7, but I mean I have the ammo for this. Okay, nice. So Mayhew, you see how Mayhew's being slow right now? Okay. So you can chuck 2 stun grenades, that's another option. Make sure no enemies are blocking Mayhew's path. And you run into the bunker.
Close to the bunker now.
Make sure you don't block Mayhew in the stairs there too, otherwise the level won't change. Okay. So you want to strafe, jump up here, reload, put the silencer on if you want. God, I'm so bad. Try to look at the ground outside, by the way, so you can reduce lag, I might add. Go for this jump. shoot Mayhew's computer. Notice the enemies didn't spawn this time. Spam shots on this guy. And then go in. Easy.
.007. I've added an item to your inventory.
Now, grab the code key. You can stand back and grab it. See, I like to bait out his shots because the reason is the girl can actually get shot by an SMG and survive, but and you don't fail the mission, but she can't get shot by the shotgun, otherwise she'll die. So I like to bait out the shotgun shot. That way he has to take time to go and reload it, and then he fires again. See? Okay. And we'll see if we get good or bad RNG here. Okay, we got good RNG again. Okay. So that's double cross. Now you skip those cutscenes, and you just mash A. There's another cutscene that you're going to want to skip too. Just mash A. Mash or hold A. Some cutscenes you can hold A to skip. I don't know which ones they are. Just mash. The first area of this... Fuck up, Em. The first area of this is, you're going to want to run up the stairs, and you're going to run into some guards. Now, you want to either use the stunner on them. I recommend the stunner. You use the stunner because it knocks them out, and it's got a longer range, but I'm just a funny memer, and I like to punch the guards. The reason I like to punch the guards is because, well, it makes a funny noise, and also, I will say that once you punch the guards... Oh, you can use the darts too, but if you use the darts, they only get knocked out, and they actually get back up. Same goes for the stunner, but if you actually punch them, they don't get back up. I'll show this again. And also, it just makes a really funny noise, and they say some pretty funny lines too. So you want to turn around. I like to pull out the laser because I can go for the reverse clip.
We've got an intruder.
Makes a funny noise. We've got an intruder.
Where'd you come from?
Also that like the crunching noise. So there's a few ways you can do this. Okay. I'm gonna show the easiest way to do this. I just completely lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna show the easiest way to do the elevator clip there.
We'll get him next time.
I accidentally hit my reset bind there. Wow. Oops.
Bond, M here. Avoid civilian casualties at all
Oopsie
costs.
daisy.
Q Branch has supplied you with tranquilizer darts. Please use them.
Okay, whatever. We're back to where we were. That was a bit of a mistake.
Raise the alarm!
Raise the alarm!
We've got an intruder!
So, the first method I recommend is you can actually just do intended. You can activate the elevators by pushing this button, but we're not going to do that. So you just push that button and then you'd run into the elevator. We're going to do a method called plant clip. So this plant here you can clip on. So you want to do a standard clip. Yeah, see, I messed it up. You want to clip between the plant and the vending machine. I keep messing it up. Okay, now we're out of bounds. You see how we're bobbing up and down? We'll look like we're in bounds, but we're actually out of bounds. Then you want to come over here. And once you get to the elevator, just spam A to use the elevator. Make sure you spam A, because if you fall in there, you will die. Now, let's restart, and I'll show the other way of doing it. Now, I already showed the reverse clip and the PAL only clip in the run earlier,
Bond, M here.
but there's an NTSC only clip, so I'll show all three of them.
Q Branch has supplied you with tranquilizer darts.
There's
Please
someone
use them.
over there!
There's someone over there! You don't actually need to punch these guards if you go for the frame perfect clip.
Don't move!
So I'll show the reverse clip
007.
first.
They deactivate the
So,
elevators at
I
night.
explained reverse
Have to find
clipping
the
earlier,
controls
but
to
the best
reactivate them.
advice I can give for this reverse clip is start, like, over here, do a standard clipping motion, and strafe into the center of the elevator. See, I messed it up. Okay, boom. Now we're stuck. You'll know that you got it because you won't pop back up. So then you want to like make gentle movements with the stick until you sink yourself deeper. And then when you're about to here, you want to hold forward and pull out a gadget. And you should clip right in. That's how you reverse clip. Now, there's a PAL only frame perfect clip, but there's also an NTSC frame perfect clip. The NTSC one works on PAL, obviously. So, I'll show both of them.
Bond, M here. Avoid civilian casualties at all cost. Q Branch has supplied you with tranquilizer darts. Please
Hit the
use
alarm!
them.
Hit the alarm!
Hit the alarm! Okay, so this is the NTSC clip. You wanna... Okay, I got it first try. That's a frame perfect clip, so... you wanna push the crouch button again on, the same frame you pop back up, so when Bond touches his watch. I think it's when he touches his watch on NTSC and right before he touches it on PAL. That's the NTSC clip. You want to just clip out of bounds there and then push A on the elevator. This is the PAL clip. I'm really bad at these, by the way. I'm shocked I got that first try.
Q Branch has supplied you with tranquilizer darts.
Hit the
Please use
alarm!
them.
Shoutouts to all my PAL boys. Matt Timber,
Where'd you come from?
Ollie. You guys are my homies.
007. They deactivate the elevators at night. You'll have to...
Shoutouts to all my PAL boys. Represent. All my pals. Okay. So now that I've shown all those, I'm going to talk about the second area here. So the second area for night shift. There's two things you can do here. I'm not going to show one of them because it's just really risky. But so right at the start, there's a laser here. You can see it if I put on my glasses. See the laser? Now, there's a few things you can do. You can duck under the laser, which is what I recommend. Or if you're a real gambler, you can actually just run through the laser and sometimes the alarm won't get raised.
Bond, there are security cameras on this floor too. If you see one, be careful not to cross its range-finding beam.
Okay, we got lucky and the alarm didn't raise, but I'm gonna raise the alarm anyway, just so I can do this level like I normally do. The hell, I can't raise the alarm. The hell? I'll have to find a guard.
There's someone over there!
Oh shit! I've never seen... Oh no, he died too! I've never seen that before. Oh my god. Yeah, the guards can do some funny things. Sorry if I like scared anybody there. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is... I'm gonna do the level like normal. So you wanna crouch under this.
Don't forget that your glasses can detect hidden
And
laser
run over this way.
tripwires.
I will also say that that turret's gonna shoot at you. But if you did the intended method before, you actually picked up armor.
There are security
These are
cameras on this floor, too.
security cameras, by the way. If you just walk through them fast, they shouldn't raise the alarm. So you want to pop the Q-worm in there. A sign that you're fast here is you'll actually beat the door. I beat the door because I was fast. Now there's a vent clip you can do here, but it's really, really weird. I don't know how it works or how people get it consistently. But you can clip up here, and notice I can walk against the vent. You want to do a reverse clip, so you want to have no gadget out, and then crouch again, but have a but pull out a gadget as you do it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't know. It's a hard one. I don't know how it works, but you can go slightly faster with it. But whatever. Anyway. So push these switches.
Switches test cycle aborted.
Use a decryptor.
Office floor laser system now active. Executive floor lasers test cycle now
Once
running.
it turns green, you come out here, pull out your laser, and boom. So right off the bat, when we go into this next area, there's going to be a cutscene. You actually want to wait like a second or two in the cutscene before you skip it, because it actually makes the elevator that you jump to go up sooner. So, we're going to wait, and then skip it. Skip it the instant you see the helicopter.
The terminal should
Now,
be
there's
on
a
the
clip
highest
here
floor.
called the Matt Timber clip.
Use
The Matt Timber clip is, we're going to clip inside this elevator, but it's frame perfect and really hard to do. I am really bad at it, but I'll try to do it just to show it off.
area elevator to gain access.
You have to do it while the elevator's moving, by the way.
007.
Yeah, okay, I failed it. I'm just going to jump off. I'll try and show it, but don't like count on me showing it. I'll try a few times to show it. If you really want to see it, go watch the Nightfire TAS. You want to pull out your laser because the laser's the easiest thing to clip with.
See if you can use
You want to stand on the light.
to gain access.
Oh, okay, I got it. Nice. So this is the Matt Timber way of doing it, and then you want to do a standard clipping motion through the elevator doors. And boom.
That stairwell.
Now, that's like the frame perfect TAS way to do it.
Be careful, old boy.
I'm gonna show the hang on. I'll try and raise the alarm or something. Just so I can show I'll raise the alarm. Just so I can show what oh no, sorry, those security cameras only let off the turrets, yeah. Just so I can show the proper way to do it. Okay, so this is the proper way to do this level without Matt Timberclip. You can go for Matt Timberclip, and I recommend going for it just because why not? And you can try it 4 times before you get to the top. Yeah, I won't go for it just in case I do get it and I can't show the intended way. This vent that we're going to come up to, the thing where Q's like that vent 007, be careful with it because it can actually clip you through the elevator. So make sure you stand back when you go to open it. So you jump, open the vent, and you're going to go for a clip in this corner here. This is like one of the easiest clips in the game, so you shouldn't mess it up. So you want to clip into it, push crouch, boom. Easy clip.
That stairwell bomb.
Pull out your decryptor because it's going to be the next thing we're going to use. Come over this way, open the door, use the decryptor, and wait for it to happen. And then you want to push up. This is if you're playing on Nightfire controls. You want to push up to pull out your Q-worm up on the D-pad. Insert the Q-worm into the back of the monitor. I like to... Okay. They grab the Nightfire data, turn around, come to the rooftop. Now, there's a few ways you can deal with the enemies on the rooftop up here. You can use the shaver gadget. You can drop it. Just if you're going to drop it, make sure you don't drop it in front of the rock. There's a rock on the roof. You don't want to drop it in front of it. You can also do... this is what me and Kirch actually like to do. You can use the tranquilizer darts and you shoot... Okay, you want to skip this cutscene. You shoot these guards. So you shoot this guy, and then you shoot this guy. Now, this helicopter here, we're actually going to clip through it. If you fuck up this clip, just jump off the rooftop. Don't go for it again. But we're gonna clip and boom. Make sure you also get the parachute, otherwise you'll fail the mission. Now, I'm gonna run through that level again, just to show it. I did spend a good amount of time talking about that level, but I'll just do a run through of it. Been streaming for about an hour. Okay, nice.
Casualties at all cost. Q Branch has supplied you with tranquilizer darts. Please use them.
An intruder!
Intruder!
Where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from? Okay, I'll do reverse clip,
007.
because it's the one that you're most likely to do in a run.
You'll have to find
That was a really fast reverse clip, holy shit. Okay. So you come out here,
Bond,
duck under the
don't forget
laser.
that your glasses can detect hidden laser tripwires. Bond, there are
If you're
security
fast here, you
cameras on
shouldn't
this floor
you
too.
shouldn't
If you
alert
see
any
one, be
guards
careful
either.
not to cross its range
Sometimes a
finding
guard can be here. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Sometimes a guard can be there, but he won't spot you. This can happen too, if you don't fully select the computer. Make sure when you use the Q-worm that it says objective complete, otherwise you won't be able to progress. Push A on this, stand back up, push
Laser
these,
switches test cycle aborted.
boom.
Office floor laser system now active. Executive floor lasers test cycle now running.
Pull out your laser and go to the roof. Okay. Now, wait for the helicopter. Skip the cutscene then.
The terminal should be on the highest floor.
Over
See
here,
if you can use
crouch.
the exterior elevator to
Once the
gain
elevator
access.
starts moving, go for Matt Timberclip if you want. Okay, well I didn't get it.
Vent 007.
Open the vent, stand up, spam crouch, pull out your decryptor.
That stairwell, Bond. It should lead up to the rooftop.
I'll show the shaver method because I showed the tranquilizer dart method, but that's the one I like to use, but I'll show the shaver method.
Bond may use computer is in this
I was a bit
room.
slow on pulling it
Upload
out
the
there,
Q-worm
but
into it.
whatevs.
Be careful, old boy.
What happened up there, James? The street out front is swarming with security agents.
Okay. You want to drop it about here. So this is why I don't like the shaver
Stay one way
method.
up this rooftop now, Bond. Jump.
That's why I don't like the shaver method, because it just doesn't work as consistently. That's just me, though. Anyway, the chain reaction. This level is the run killer. You want to skip that cutscene. Now, I have a lot of notes about this level. What do I say about this level? It has... When you first run this game, it's gonna literally ruin you. This level will ruin you. I'll just try to like sum it up as simply as I can, but this level will ruin you.
Your camera
So you
should
put away
help
the
you.
sniper, come in the vent, turn around, pull out your camera, zoom in. I like to try and land on this thing here, so that way I don't take fall damage. Or you can land on that forklift there. But, you want to take a photo of the jetpack and then check the menu to make sure that you actually completed the objective.
007, your camera should help you here. Any snipers in the shadows
Okay.
will be much easier to live.
So I check my menu. Notice how it says a tick. What I like to do is when I check the menu, I just quickly pause. Okay, I see that there's 3 there. So we're gonna do a clip here. Spam crouch and then spam jump. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the easy way to do this level first, and then I'm gonna show the hard way. The easy way is a method called the Ronin method. Now the Ronin is a briefcase that has a turret in it. So you can come this way. Now I will also say you can look down in this level, and it's a myth. I don't know if it's true or not. I do it anyway, but it's a myth that apparently the snipers hit you less if you're looking down. I just do it anyway because whether it's true or not, I look down anyway. So what you can do here is you can jump in this hole and get this armor if you don't feel safe. But what you want to do is you want to come around here. This bench jump is a little finicky, but you can jump over. And you want to clip on this thing here. Now, you want to clip into there. Now that clip can be a little tricky to get at first, but once you're in here, you want to grab the Ronin and open the door. You can clip on this door too, but I've never done it. Yeah, but okay, we've got armor and everything. So you want to come over here, come up to the stairs. Now, there's a few ways you can do this clip. I like to do it like this. You look down, and you want to do a standard clipping motion. Don't push crouch, just do the clipping motion. And then once you're in, try and, like, or go forward and then diagonally to the left. And crouch as soon as you, like, hit the out-of-bounds area. So, that. Everyone has a different way of doing it. That's how I do it. If you can't find a place to, sorry if I'm, like, blinding anyone's retinas. If you can't find a way to get back inbounds, like, we're technically inbounds right now, but the warehouse hasn't actually loaded yet. We're technically inbounds right now. What you want to do now is actually run forward. When I run through this level again, I'll show you how to do this without the Ronin. You want to run forward. Now this, and try and land on the stairs when you come up there. Now this jump here is not intended, and it's a little tricky. But you want to strafe jump and try and land on this. Can be a bit of a tricky jump at first, but there you go. It's not too tough once you get it down. But anyway, you want to come over here and spam A on the door. I'll show both the dumb way and the Ronin method. So I'll show the Ronin method first. So the Ronin method is you actually come over here, get the Ronin out, and put this down as close to the end as you possibly can. Jump on the Ronin, and you want to jump to this ladder. So do a strafe jump, and you should reach the ladder. Okay? Easy. Now, that jump might take you a little bit to get, but then you want to clip on this pipe here inside the warehouse. And there you go. That's what you want to do. Now, once you're inside, you want to come this way. And, actually, hang on. I won't talk about this warehouse yet. That's the Ronin method. I can't give any more advice other than try to be careful when you jump to the ladder, because you can fall off very, very easily. So I'm just gonna kill myself, just so I can show the dumb method. The dumb method that's sadly faster. Okay, nice. Okay. Now, the dumb method... How do I explain this? I had to write a whole section for my notes just to explain this. So, this first clip we're about to do, it's going to take you either 1 try to do, 2 tries to do, or 10 tries to do. I can only recommend, for this clip, try and get good at, like, preemptive clipping motion. It's where you do the clipping motion and then you hit the clipping spot as you're popping back up. So, like this. And I messed it up. See, I'm having trouble with this clip even just now. Okay. Oh, I had it then. Wow. Okay, so you're gonna want to drop down and try to land where I just landed. This will take you a lot of attempts to do. But once you're here, jump and try to land here. This is a very, very tough jump. And what you want to ensure is that you don't come back inbounds. If you walk too far, you will pop back inbounds, and you don't want this. So try and line yourself up with this building here. You can use the camera to become more precise. And start walking forward. Make sure you're as high up as you possibly can get. And this is the part that's either going to make or break your run. What you're going to try and do is jump into the warehouse. It's basically a leap of faith, and it seems random whether you'll get it or not. The most consistent way I've found to do it is, if you see those red lights up there, I found that you can jump and look between the red light and this crane here while you strafe that way, and then strafe back inwards. So yeah, see, I messed it up. This is what's gonna happen. This is what kills your runs. So I'm gonna have to retry this again. This might take me a few attempts to do, but yeah, just let this be known. This is what running Nightfire is. Well, it's not frustrating, but this level will ruin you, and it's ruined me before. You pick up the armor if you're not confident. I didn't need it, but whatever.
Take cover. I see him.
Okay.
I'm lost. I can't see him.
Boom.
Intruder spotted.
So, boom, boom. And I messed it up again! Also, you have to walk back to this thing. So this is a good example of out-of-bounds damage. You notice I'm out of bounds and bobbing up and down. The instant I touch ground, because I'm essentially taking a dickload of full damage, I die. I'll try and do this. If it becomes too much of a hassle, I'll like link a VOD or something. Or I'll like edit this down.
Take cover. Intruder spotted.
Oh jeez, I thought... Okay, I did come back in bounds. That's what happens if you aren't careful. But yeah, you can jump back up and try this again, but when you're going for like sub 40s and 38s, you really can't. Or like low 39s.
I see him.
Okay. Let's actually get it this time. Oh my god, please! I'm doing a tutorial, please! Hi, Luckies. Can I please hit this dude? Please, please, please! I've practiced this level a lot, and I just can't get it. This clip will ruin you, and it's ruining me right now. I almost don't want to run through this level again after, but I will. I'm gonna run through doing the faster method, of course. But anyway, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. That's what we're trying to do. See, what I think I was doing wrong there was I actually jumped too far out. You want to make sure you jump inwards, but you don't want to hit, like, these bars or anything. I don't know how it works. You ask Matt Timber, he knows a little bit. You can hit him up on his Twitch. But anyway, let's talk about this inside area. You have to take a photo of this laser. The game is very picky about how it decides whether you have taken a photo or not. Take a photo. Sometimes it'll tell you that you didn't photograph it right. Make sure you check your menu to check that you actually did photograph it. If you did not photograph it, take another photo. Anyway, you can jump up through the floor and use this turret through the floor. Now, interesting fact, the laser actually breaks this door faster on PAL because the game runs at a slower frame rate. But on NTSC, if you're from America or in an NTSC region, you have to let go of the laser and then fire again. But once you've done that, you just come over this way.
I see him.
And then make sure you jump as you're going through this door, because that actually activates the end level trigger faster. Skip that cutscene. Now I'll run through chain reaction again.
We've decrypted the Nightfire files you secured last night, 007. They contain rather troubling data concerning...
Okay. Right.
007, your camera should help you here.
Let's pull out my camera. If you don't land on there, it's not too bad. To do a clip, this is how you do the level without the Ronin, by the way. There's a new clip that Matt Timber discovered, but I'm sorry, I don't know it. I probably should have learned it. If you're fast, you can actually jump onto that forklift, but I'm not fast enough. Okay, boom. I like to like clip in and then start moving diagonally left. So I'm on low health here because I took some out of bounds falling damage, but I will I'll get the armor. Now, I'll just show you. Let's see. Let's hope we can actually get this. So pick up the armor and we'll do a preemptive clip motion here. And fuck it up.
Take cover. I see him.
Okay.
Where is he?
The guy's still following me, by the way. To jump out and then strafe back in and fuck it up! Oh my god. Sorry. This level makes me a little bit angry. This level makes me very, very angry, sorry.
Take cover. Intruder spotted.
Okay.
Where is he?
Where is he?
I see him.
Alright, Slatanic. Alright, let's try and actually hit this. So strafe out, and then back in. Dude. The worst part is, if I go restart, that's another thing. If I was to go pause and then restart, it starts at the start of the level. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this anymore. Let's try this again.
Take cover. I see him.
Sorry, my eyes are getting dry from the fan.
Intruder spotted.
Okay, there we go. When you go to look at that crane, by the way, don't look at the crane. Make sure you look like below it. Like below it at a standard level. Okay, that's pain reaction. The biggest run killer and piece of shit level ever. I'm happy though because we're moving on to a level I actually really like. So this is Phoenix Fire. This is potentially the coolest level in the run.
Oh yeah, baby, did you see that?
Now, I already explained some clipping earlier, but there's a few ways you can do this first clip. If you're a beginner, I recommend doing this clip here. So shoot this guy. So I recommend doing this clip here. Pull out your gun or your grenade. And then push use on this door. But I'll show the other method now.
Security alert.
So you two-tap that guy.
Temporarily disabled for your protection. Have a nice day.
Boom. Also, if you're gonna do this method, see that thing there? Don't land on it. You will take fall damage. See? Okay. I'm gonna restart that because I took damage and I don't want to be hurt for the next part. Because I'm gonna show the Ronin clip.
Security alert. Securities have been temporarily disabled for your protection. Have a nice day.
Boom. Boom. Push A. If you're fast, you can push A on the door before you hit the ground, but it doesn't matter. So I'll show the Ronin clip first, because it's a really hard technique. So when you start this level, manual aim at the guy on the left's head. And then strafe across and tap that guy. Pick up the Ronin. Now you're going to want to plant the Ronin down on this white line here. So the best way I find to do this is to slowly creep up, and then when you can only see a little bit of the line, like right now, plant the Ronin. And I fucked it up. Like that. Nice. Then you come over here and deactivate the Ronin. This thing, the Ronin will automatically shoot this guy. Now I'm going to show, I'm just going to pick up the armor for demonstration purposes here. But, you want to do a standard clipping motion here. Now, this clip is weird. Very, very weird. You want to do a regular clip. See, I couldn't even get it working then. You want to do a regular clip. Now, you'll clip into here. What you actually want to do is go to the left and keep your crosshair on the pot plant and slowly move across. And the instant you see the elevator... See, I just messed it up because I was slow. But the instant you see the elevator, you want to crouch and you'll pop through. Crouch, pop through, and then push A. That's the easiest way to do it, I find. That's the briefcase method. It saves about 1 second over going the other route. I'll show you the other route. Now... Oh, whatever. I can easily do the first part again. Now, I'll probably run through this level twice, just showing both methods after I'm done with it.
Switches have been temporarily disabled for your protection. Have a nice day.
Ah, bugger. Okay, nice. Bam, bam. If you're gonna go the intended way, I recommend not picking up the Ronin, by the way, because it's just more gadgets you'll have to fumble with. So, if you're going intended way, or like the other speed route way, don't bother shooting those guys. Throw a grenade. Be sure to throw the grenade as you're coming into the room. I was slow there. The other method you can do is you can actually shoot a rocket at the thing there. Now, you want to come this way. I like to go through this door here just to avoid taking damage. Now, there's two ways you can go here. The first one you can do is you can come through here, fire a rocket, so you kill this guy, and then go in there and finish the level. But, hang on, I'm just going to deactivate this Ronin 1 second.
It's the intruder. Where's that backup?
And this one. Now, there's another clip you can do here. I like to call it Cafe Clip. I don't know who discovered this one, but I started doing it before I saw anybody else doing it, so... Oh no, I think I just saw it in the TAS first. Whatever. The clip is in this corner here. You wanna... I don't recommend going for this clip. I recommend either the briefcase clip or this one, but I'll show it anyway. You can do that. If you want to go the intended way and risk that, sure, but if you do it right, you can actually clip into the elevator in here and push A on this. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. So, did I mention anything? So, I've mentioned everything from my notes. This is our first frame perfect clip, if you didn't do the one in Night Shift. The first thing I recommend doing is getting out your laser and then putting it away. Now, you want to stand exactly where I'm standing now, do a clipping motion, and you need to push the clipping button the instant Bond touches his watch. Sorry, I was meant to say I recommend the briefcase clip or going the intended way and doing the safe clip, not the elevator clip. That's the... I meant the elevator clip for the level before. This is the frame perfect elevator clip. So I just hit it there, and you want to mash A, otherwise your game will actually soft lock. You want to mash A to skip that cutscene. You're not supposed to be there, and the game freaks out. Wait, no. When I said I recommend the briefcase clip or doing that clip, I meant if you're going to do the intended method, do that clip. Or if you're going to go intended, just do that clip. Oh god, I can't English. Do that clip if you go intended, but if you don't go intended, do the briefcase clip. Okay. So I'll show that no, I'll show the elevator clip again. Just for demonstration purposes. What you essentially want to do is if you can't hit the elevator clip, make sure you
temporarily disabled for your protection.
sorry.
Have a nice day.
Make sure you disarm the bombs with your laser. If you can't hit the elevator clip before the first cutscene goes off, because if you hit the clip too late, you'll actually warp back up. If you can't hit the elevator clip, just disarm the things with your laser. Okay. Do I or do I not recommend that clip? Oh, I already answered that. The elevator clip, I'll show it again, but it's a really tough clip. I've just practiced it a lot. This clip will ruin you. I've practiced it a lot, yet I still fail to hit it. Oh my god, Liam, you're so bad. Okay. I think, yeah, I've fucked this. Okay, well, okay, let's say you failed to hit the clip. You failed to hit the clip. A bomb's gonna spawn. You can go for the clip a bunch more times. Okay, there we go. But yeah, if you can't hit the clip, just do intended. Now, this third area, oh, sorry, this is the fourth area, actually. If you went intended and got the rocket launcher... Well, I didn't. But let's just say for all intensive purposes, these grenades are a rocket launcher. You shoot here, and it'll blast out this glass. But we don't have that, so we just chuck a grenade. And that'll break the glass. You open the security shutter, and you run to the end over there. Now, that's not how we roll. If you're a good runner at this game, what you'll actually do is, this clip I'm about to show you, I'm just gonna let these guys kill me, even though I did just pick up the armor, because I'm a dumb idiot. Okay. So, this clip here, can be tough. Can be very tough. It's a clip that will make or break your run. But if you're good at it, it won't break your run. So you come over here, and you want to do this clip with the laser, most times. And you see this seam in the wall here. You want to clip just before it, and do a clipping motion. Stand a bit back, otherwise you can't stand up. Stand a bit back, clip into the wall, and then spam jump and start turning to the left. If you don't do that, you'll fall down, and things will not be good. Okay. So I'm gonna run through that level again. I'll do both intended method and whatchamacallit, and briefcase method.
Security alert. Elevators have been temporarily disabled for your protection. Have a nice day.
I'll do briefcase method first. Actually, no, I won't do briefcase method first. I'll do the regular strat first. So throw the grenade. Open the elevators. Or another thing you can do is you can come in here, pick up the rockets, run over here, push the switches, and then fire a rocket as you're coming through. That's another way you can do it. Now, you can choose. This is your choice here. I know I said I'm running through the level, but this is your choice here. You can choose to go for the cafe clip, or if you want to go the other way, just fire a rocket and walk to the end. But I'll do cafe clip, and I'll try and show the elevator clip. Okay. Well, I can't show it. Matt Timber's good at showing it. I know I said I wanted this to be a good resource, but I'm just really, really bad at the elevator clip. I prefer the briefcase clip. Anyway. So there we go. We got frame perfect clip first try. Nice. Because I didn't show it before, I'll show the rocket clip. Sorry, the rocket method.
I need some backup here.
So you do that, you open the shutter. I'll do this clip anyway, just because why not? That's what you would normally do. You get the idea. And I'll show the I won't run through the level again, but I'll show the briefcase clip again. Phoenix Fire is a very tough level, but it's actually like my favorite level in the run. And a lot of people's favorite level.
Security alert. Elevators have been temporarily disabled for your protection. Have a nice day.
Yeah, this clip is weird. Like, the hitbox is in the center of the door, but you have to, like... Yeah, there we go. You have to, like, move yourself over from the door handle. It's weird. Oh, yes. Whatever. Okay. Boom, boom. Another thing you can do, but I don't recommend doing, is, if you're really, really risky and confident, you can actually do this clip without taking care of those guys over there, but I seriously recommend take care of them first. Because, they will fuck you up. Especially the Ronin. Okay, and that's the briefcase clip again. Okay. Oh, fuck it. I'll do this clip again. There we go. Hey, Pillarist, I'm doing my tutorial. I will also say there's a backup strat for this level. It's hard to get, but it's hard to like reproduce. But I can actually clip into one of the walls in there. But if that happens, it's actually good. You can walk to the right, jump out into this second elevator shaft over there, and then come back into this one, and then mash A. But yeah, make sure you mash A as you're doing this, otherwise your game will soft lock. Anyway. So let's move on to Deep Descent. Oh, did I just fucking replay the level? No, I didn't. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
baby,
this is
did you
Deep
see
Descent.
that?
This level is pretty standard. Like, there's not a lot you can do. This level's pretty easy. It's mostly just like go from point A to point B and do a few objectives here and there. So you come over here, just drive through the sub. If anybody wants to be nice, please start running this game and find Deep Descent skip. Because we haven't found a skip for this level, and if you found a skip for this level, it would say like almost 5 minutes from the run. 4 or 5 minutes from the run. So you drive through here, try to avoid the fans, shoot out this radio thing. Okay, well I did a pretty poor job there at avoiding those fans, but whatever. Okay, so you shoot that guy. Now there's two ways you can take this out. You can actually shoot it with a regular torpedo, or you can use the remote torpedoes. It's harder to do with a regular torpedo, but it's faster. But I think the regular torpedoes actually have a wider hitbox, so they hit the lasers and get cancelled. And it also creates lag, which is another thing I need to bring up. We actually play this level in first person because it reduces a lot of lag. But also, the controls are a lot easier when you're playing first person. The same goes for the next level we're going to go on to, Island Infiltration. There is a pixel perfect shot for this one, but just don't go for it. Just fucking forget it. Use the remote torpedo. Don't try to be TAS. Use the remote torpedo. So just make your way through these mines. Try not to hit them. They have wide hitboxes, but it's pretty easy. I'm not going to run through this level again, by the way, just because it's just really long and really such a simple level. Okay, so don't worry about shooting that guy. You want to skip that cutscene and just spam B as you're going past these to put the charges on the missiles. Then you pull back on the brakes and come up this way towards the door. Shoot these guys if you want. Try not to bump into them, duck in there, skip this cutscene, and chase after this sub. Now, avoiding his bombs actually isn't that tough, to be honest. You just need to not swim or drive near them. Okay. Now, if you're fast, you'll actually get in front of the sub eventually. So come to the left here. I will also add that in this level, if you die or fuck up, it's back to the start of the level. So don't do that. Don't mess up. Just drive straight here. He does all these tricks. You can go over the top and notice how much faster we are than him. Like we're gaining on him. Come through the top here. Yeah. And just come upwards. I'll also say, I was talking about finding deep descent skip. We know that if you could get out of bounds somehow, you can go to the end of the level, because Fitter used a cheat code. You come up here towards the right, by the way. Also, you have to slow down a little here. Otherwise, if you go in front of the sub, he will push you and knock you upside down and do all sorts of bad things. So you skip this cutscene, pull up a bit, and you want to shoot that, so it gets rid of them. You can shoot this thing with the torpedoes. Okay, notice how my second torpedo got stopped there? Yeah. We pick up the armor. So, I'll pause here, and I'll explain the sub fight, but I'll talk about, Bitter Space actually used a cheat code to go outside and go out of bounds, and he was able to just go straight to the end. If anybody runs this game and finds deep descent skip, I will love you forever. Anyway. So you put the charges on the subs, and what you want to do to fight this sub up here that comes back, you skip the cutscene, try not to spam A and fire torpedoes, you come under the sub, wait till it locks on, double tap A to fire your torpedoes, put the last charge on, and boom. That way you won't take any damage from the sub, and yeah. So you skip that cutscene, and that's deep descent. Easy level. Now we're moving on to Island Infiltration, which is like... This and Deep Descent are like breathers. Okay. Let me just look at my notes. Okay. So, this and Deep Descent are like breathers, because Chain Reaction, Night Shift, and Phoenix Fire and Double Cross are like really intense levels. Specifically Chain Reaction and Phoenix Fire. And this is like such a good breather of a level. Now, this driving section, first off, the first thing you do is you hold the accelerator and push Z on Nightfire controls to switch to first person view. 1, to reduce lag, and 2, it's easier to drive in. Number 3, on this level, preserving your health is really, really important. Because we're going to go to an auto-scroller section in the next level, and if you die in that, it's a lot of time lost. So I'm going to show you where you can find backup armor, my strats to preserve health, and so on. They come up here, go to the right. I'll show the YOLO strats too, which are the faster strats. They come this way, pick up the missiles. Well, I fucked that up, but right off the bat, you can get backup armor here if you're feeling unsafe. And then you want to come up here and, by the way, these lampposts can actually get in your way and it's really annoying. You come up here, use the handbrake, so spam X. You want to spam B at the same time to download the access code. I'm actually going to restart here. Because I'm not going to pick up that armor, but that's just to show where it is. Also, I spun out there. I'm going to restart. Yeah, just be careful with the driving here too, because it's very, very slippery. It's just something you got to get good at.
That compound should contain a transmission.
That was a better example. So you get a lot of speed, turn, spam B to download the code, shoot him to finish him off. I didn't do it properly there, whatever. Now, if you do this all right, okay, well that was bad. You shoot this bridge so you don't get shot. Now, these cars that you're about to fight can either get in your way or you can go through them easily, and it's almost RNG. You'll see. Okay, so this first car was nice to me. Okay. Let's see how the second car was. Okay. Could have been nice to me, but I think I blame that on my fault. But yeah, you see what I mean. If you're going fast, also spam B here. If you're going fast, you can actually flip the car over there. So, to fight the Sentinels safely, the first Sentinel, you can actually shoot rockets from here. And that Sentinel won't even touch you. But if you want to be super aggressive and fast, you shoot 2 rockets there and then start aggressing and shoot rockets once you're up there. See our health? We're still on good health here. Just spam B to open the gate. Come up here. Now you want to creep up slowly here until you see a lock on. And then shoot that. You can be aggressive there if you want. I do, because I need to go fast. But if you want to save health, just creep up slowly. Now, if you've taken a lot of damage, I'll show you the secret route. There's extra backup armor in here. But this way's a lot slower. Now, to fight the Sentinel here, what you want to do is shoot each of these guys individually, and then drive forward. Once the Sentinel pops up, double tap to fire, come over here, skid, grab the armor, and fire your last rockets. Now, I'm going to restart because I want to show the how I do this level without going the secret route. Okay. Consider this like my run through of this level too, because I'm not running through the second part. I'm not running through the second part more than once, sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. Yeah, that lamp, I told you, they can slow you down if you're unlucky, and I was unlucky. So you can slow down to do that turn more accurately. So this car is not nice to me. Yeah, these levels are considered breathers, but I think this first level is really intense, and so is Deep Descent, to be honest. So spam B. If you're fast, the car should flip over. I didn't get it, though. So, if you want to be fast, you just be aggressive like that. Spam B. Okay. I like to still creep up a little, fire 2 rockets, and then start aggressing. And that way I'll get the Sentinel and I won't take too much damage, but I'm still fast. So, you want to spam B again here to open the bridge fast. Shoot this guy and then start driving. Oh my god, yeah, this guy gets in your way too. So I took missile damage, but it's okay. Because we're going to get armor over here. So slow down. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. Drive forward. Shoot him once. Grab the armor. Shoot him again. And there you go. Now you go on to the second bit. So this is a complete like 7-minute auto scroller here. So this is just really chill. So we're going to start this level by shooting the... skip the cutscene. And then shoot this bridge as fast as you can. Shoot that bridge as fast as you can. That'll warp you forward. Okay. So now, there's not really much to say here. You can shoot this tower. If you're low on health here, try to shoot everything as fast as possible. Except for the tower that's about to come up. So you shoot this sentinel. This tower over here, do not shoot it until you fly over the sentinel. Because it's actually faster to do it like this. Now you shoot it. Also, those towers, when you blow them up, they create a lot of lag. So try to avoid looking at them. I will also say on this level, it's important that you preserve rockets. Because you can run out of rockets and you need at least 4 rockets for the sentinel at the end. So you got to be careful. Also, zooming in here creates a lot of lag. You can shoot these guys too. If you want to preserve health, just use your rockets. Try to get good at aiming with the pulse, by the way. You can shoot these light posts out if you want. Also, it hits that for some reason. Pull out your rockets here.
On the right.
2 rocket fires, and then you can shoot the center of this tower. You have to blow up that bridge. You can shoot the center of the tower and it'll blow up both sides. There's really nothing else to say about this level. It's just a complete auto-scroller. Shoot 1 rocket at each one, or you can finish them with rockets. I'm just going to use the pulse because I have a good amount of armor here. To hell with it, I'll just use the rockets. Now, after we go through this over this waterfall here, we're going to have a chance to shoot this plane here. Now, you want to skip this cutscene ASAP, and then aim downwards and fire at these boats. You want to shoot those boats, like, as quickly as you can. And, this is so you can kill the boats as quickly as you possibly can, too. So they take 2 rockets, but these boats are weak since we fired rockets at them, so I'm going to finish them with pulse. I'm confident in my pulse aim. But if you're new, I recommend just, that guy automatically crashes, by the way. If you're new, I recommend just use rockets. Don't try to shoot this guy until you go to the next, this tower, until you get to the next cycle, by the way. It's really hard to, like, aim it. You can pre-aim this, you can pre-fire this plane. I'm fairly certain that when you shoot like this and it auto-aims, it does hit it, but I don't know. I actually just prefer to manually aim. And that's the last of the planes for the level, so now you can sort of just relax. You can go to shoot this tower now if you want. Or you can just wait till it locks on, it's fine. Either way works. That boat dies easily. I said that boat dies easily. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is like the true chill part of the run. Just make sure before you go into this level that you do get the armor. Because if you don't get the armor, you will die. Most scenarios. If you don't have more than half health, you will die. Also, you can try and shoot this part here and it looks really funny. Because you'll hear a noise when this cutscene plays. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Track with ANR, sorry. Okay, this part here is another auto-scroller, but it's about remembering the order. So the order is tank, plane, plane, tank, sub. You want me to repeat it? Tank, plane, tank, plane, tank, sub. The first tank spawns here. The next planes spawn out up here. So the first tank spawns here. You can use the main thing of the turret. By the way, you get armor back. So the planes will spawn out here. You can actually see them coming, and then you can shoot them down. The next tank spawns over here. I'll see if I can do the funny strat. You can actually pop the tank's tires, and he falls in the water. Yeah, got it. Okay. I actually... That's a funny strat you can do, but when you do that, the next tank will not spawn because this guy isn't technically dead. But if he was to spawn... If he was to spawn... Hang on. If he was to spawn, he spawns down here. Okay? I might actually just... Yeah, pop the tank's tires. Yeah, even though a tank doesn't technically have tires. I'll just fail this part of the mission. I'll just fail so I can show this again.
Some charges at the base of the weapon, but you'll only have a short time to get out before the whole thing blows.
See, this thing doesn't spawn, but normally what you do is you shoot this sub. I'm actually gonna let it kill me. These planes don't actually matter because the instant you kill that sub, the mission just ends. Oh wait, is there planes? I don't know. I'm just gonna let it kill me so I can show this section again. You can blow up this stuff over here, by the way, if you just want to be funny. Okay. Okay.
I'll hold them off, Allura.
You can shoot these explosive things too, but I'll show you what happens if you don't get the funny strat. You can use the main cannon for the tanks too, and it's a little easier, but it creates lag, so I don't like to use it for except for one of the tanks. It's just me though. The next tank spawns here. I won't go for the dumb strat this time. I was happy I was able to show that though. It's every like enemy vehicle in this game has tires, which is pretty funny. And then you get these planes up here. And switch to the main. And then blow that guy up ASAP, otherwise he'll ruin your day.
I've discovered a weakness, James. I'll place some charges at the base of the weapon, but you'll only have a short time to get out before the whole thing blows.
Okay. So you can actually shoot this sub before you auto-lock. You can shoot it then it blows up. Then you want to mash A. Skip the cutscene as soon as possible. And that's Island Infiltration. Auto-scroller level. Now we're going to move on to Countdown. Now Countdown, this is like the true final level of the game. Because Equinox after this is... By the way, I got a split. Equinox after this is actually a complete auto-scroller. And really easy too. So this is the true final level of the game. So, let's talk about this. The first thing you do, you crawl out of the vent. That guy can get in your way, but he didn't for me. You come through the door here. Strafe here. Now, this guard's going to activate the alarm, but just don't worry. So you throw your mines on the ground. You want to throw 3 mines. Sometimes I go 4 to be safe. I'm gonna throw 4 to be safe, but you only need 3. So you put away your remote mines. You don't want to accidentally detonate them. Now, the route of where you've got to go, you can follow the arrows that are on the ground, these arrows. If you're scared about taking damage, you can come in here. Or you could come in from this part. Look at the ground here, by the way, because it lags quite a bit here. Also, you need to preserve health pretty well in this level, I will just say. There's a few spots you can get armor in this first part and in the second part. Okay, so you want to come in here and shoot these. Do not shoot the red ones or you'll fail the mission. So this is a really, really annoying clip. Oh yeah, you push A on that, by the way. This is what's called slow door skip. So you do a clipping motion. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how well you can see on stream. But if you see these markings on the wall here, right? These markings, you want to clip like in the center of this marking here. And you want to pull out your laser. See, I can't even do it. And there. That skips having to wait for the door to open. See, I was slow there, but... Hang on. Let me get rid of these guys. Okay. So that skips having to wait for the door to open. In ILs, the door actually opens faster nonetheless. But... yeah, this clip is really, really inconsistent. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You've just got to kind of get lucky with it, to be honest. I do not recommend going for this clip if you're a beginner runner. I do not recommend it, but when you clip, you want to clip in that area, and you want to spam jump as you hit the clip. You want to wait till you clip and then spam jump. So, see, I'm really bad at it too. If you think you're gonna start falling, strafe to the right and try to strafe out this part of the wall. Can you fuck off? Okay. I'll do this one more time, but as I said, I don't recommend going for this unless you're some sort of advanced runner. Like me. Even though I'm not good at this game. If I was good, I would hit this clip every time. So anyway, you can pick up the armor here if you don't feel safe. I'm gonna pick it up because I took damage earlier. There's also armor in, so you skip this cutscene. There's also armor in here. But when you come back through this way, you want to shoot this elite guard. Usually he's over here, but because I was slow, he wasn't. You pick him, you shoot him to get his aims gun, this thing, because you need the grenades. So what you want to do here is throw frag grenades. These actually scare the enemies. Oh no, I wasn't meant to throw that one forward. Okay. So then you come back this way. You watch the door for it to open. The instant you see it open, wait a second, and then detonate your mines. That will get a quick kill on Rook, and that's what you want. And then you turn around and spam A on the door to go through as fast as you can. I'm gonna run through that again. Oh, should I? No, I shouldn't have to. Oh, no, I'm gonna run through the level at the end anyway. I'm just wondering if there's anything I didn't cover. Okay, the only thing I'll cover is the guy you kill for the aims gun. He cannot die sometimes. You can kill him with the crossbow, but sometimes he just doesn't die. So I recommend using the PP7, but and going for an accurate one-tap, but whatever. For this first part, what I recommend doing is switch to the grenades and then go slightly to the right, open the door, and then fire. That will kill both those guys and the laser back there. Then you start reloading the aims. You come through. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. And now we're going to do what's called silo skip. This clip has choked a lot of runs. I have choked a lot of runs to it. It is one of the worst clips in the game. And seeing as how... Well, it's not one of the worst. I'm just bad at it. And seeing as how it's right at the end of the run, that's really, really a bummer. I recommend... This is the most consistent way I've found to do it. You... make sure you've got your laser ready to pull out. Do a clipping motion, walk across, and then spam crouch. Make sure you do your clipping motion under the keypad. and then spam crouch. Make sure you're always holding forward as well, because if you hold forward, you don't want to, Oh, that's the other thing. If you feel unsafe and you didn't get the armor from before, you can grab this armor and come back. Sorry, I'm not looking at my notes. So, you want to stand up, walk across. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Stand up, walk across, and then there you go. I'll show that again. If you want to practice this, like this clip particularly, you can do what I just did there. See, I'm so bad at this. Okay, there we go. And you can come in here and then jump and you're back in bounds. But, okay. Let's do this. Let's try and do this. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to run along here and we're going to try and jump on back on top of this. Now, when you're in here, you can walk to the left and you'll just keep getting bopped back in bounds. You are not going to go to the left. You can't go to the right either. That's just a tube. Now, you want to make sure you make this jump because if you fall down there, it's run over. So, jump and you make it up. And if you want to practice the clip again, you can frame perfect clip through this door. If I can get it. Come on. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come the fuck on, please. I don't mess this up this much, I swear. There we go. Yeah, that's a frame perfect clip. Okay. So I'll show you what happens if you fail it. You can fail it because you might not be holding forward and you'll fall down there, or you won't make the jump in the second part. Okay. So, let's say, oh no, we missed it. Well, it's not a, to be fair, it's not a hard jump to, like, miss, even though I've missed it a bunch, because you pop back in bounds on top of this thing. So it's not a hard jump to miss. But, look, to be fair, I don't really have to show it. You don't have to be Einstein to realize you fall down there, you runs over. If you do fall down here, though, just blow yourself up with an aims grenade and the frag grenades and remote mines. But, whatever. And you come through here, and you're in the home run. This is almost the end of the run. Okay. You're almost at the end of the run, and we're almost done here. So, at the start of the level, you can actually do a clipping motion, and you'll clip through the door there. But, to be fair, it's just about as fast as opening the door. So, just spam jump as you come up the ramp here. I like to throw frag grenades here. And you can use the computer through the glass there. Or if you're low on armor, you can just come in here and grab the armor and then push the computer. Throw more grenades. I like to do this because it scrambles the enemies. Now, welcome to Kiko Skip. This is a piece of shit of a skip. I have choked a few runs to this. My most consistent way I've found to do it, and you'll have to pay close attention to my inputs here, is you aim at this black stain on the wall, you move a little to the left, and then clip in, you do a clipping motion and walk to the right, and hold, and then let go. I'll show you that again. So you clip in, you'll have to pay attention to where I let go of my stick. Now the reason we're clipping, I didn't explain, the reason we're clipping into the wall here is because right here, there's a trigger. Now this trigger triggers you being unable to push a switch over there, which ends the level. You see how I let go just then? Pay attention to when I let go. Now. See? No, that's not right. Hang on. When I let go of the stick is now. Oh my gosh. Now. See? Now, Kiko Skip is a piece of shit. I'll show the intended way of doing this level first. You would normally walk through here, you'd come this way, and you'd push this to go down and trigger like a 5-minute fight sequence. When you do Kiko Skip, you can push this button right at the end and end the mission. Now, you can't do this. The intended method is you'll walk out here, and you try to go into space, and then Kiko fucks you up. And then you've got like a 5-minute fight sequence. Anyway, we're not going to do that. Let me just kill myself.
My loyal associates, before we cross into
So,
space,
I will also add that, like, you don't need a lot of armor for this level, as I've talked about it before, but you're a bullet sponge on operative difficulty. Okay, so this is how you properly do Kiko Skip. There's a few ways you can do Kiko Skip. I'll show you the easiest way to do Kiko Skip. This game is 007 Nightfire. This is the easiest way to do Kiko Skip. Flip into the wall, look at the fire hydrant, walk forward, and then look a little to the left. Come out here, open the door, boom, Kiko Skip. That's how you skip the big fight. Now, I'm gonna replay Countdown, and I'll do my way of doing Kiko Skip, and I'll try and show the fastest way of doing the whole level. So I'll run through the whole thing again.
James, I've hacked into the terminal and got access to their internal systems. A lot of it has been locked out, but I can access the security cameras. Kiko is our only option. She's
I'm going
locked out
forward to
all
be
of us.
safe.
You'll need to find her and stay close.
So I'm taking a lot of gunfire here.
Kiko is in corridor A12 now.
Have an intruder.
Kiko is in corridor A16.
I'm actually going to grab the backup armor here, because I don't feel safe.
James,
I don't do that a lot, actually.
At the control center. Hurry up.
I just ate a lot of gunfire.
James, see if you can find some way to disrupt the base's security systems.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is the slow door skip, or we're going to try to. Also hard to see, I might add. I'll do slow door skip anyway.
You'll need to get through that door to Delta Sector. Hurry, James.
Oh my gosh, can I hit this, please?
Required in Alpha Sector.
Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, there we go. But now I need to grab this armor because I was flipping around. Okay. So then you one-tap that guy. Hey, Baku. I'm almost done with it. Throw some frag grenades. Or one frag grenade. So you wait for the door to open. Boom. And there you go. Easy. So we're almost done. We're up to the silo part. What you do is you switch to the grenades, and then fire. Boom, kills the both of them. I don't know what you're talking about, Bonejacker, because Fitter Space made a tutorial for this game. So don't pay me out, because my 5th place spot is a 5th place spot that you don't have.
Loyal associates, before we cross
Oh, that was like on
into
the
void
last
of
frame.
space,
Jeez.
It's time to unveil the final stages of Operation Nightfire. The utter transformation of the planet will soon view from the windows. The communist, socialists, and fascists will be
Okay.
destined to fail in their efforts at globalization.
So this is how I do Kiko skip, by the way.
Blindly simple, a corporate takeover by
So same principle, aim at the black stain,
no more national
okay, and don't
boundaries,
mess it
but
up.
continent-wide regions of agriculture,
And then aim at the
industry,
fire hydrant
energy
and just
production,
walk
and
forward.
research.
And there you go. That's how you do Kiko skip. And that is also the end of Countdown. Now, that's basically all of the hard work in the run actually done. But I'll talk about Equinox,
Oh, yeah,
because it is
baby,
part of the
did you
run,
see that?
obviously. So you skip that first cutscene. Now, this level is just an entire auto-scroller. There's really nothing to do in this level. Like, you can meme around, you can draw on Drake's face if you're bored.
There are little large sites on Earth which could challenge the arsenal on my island. Those bases will be incinerated. By turning these defensive missiles
You can draw on Drake's face.
I've kept my most hardened combat veterans on reserve bond. I let
But the auto-scroller for the level starts as soon as you shoot the first guys here. I fucked around and didn't shoot them soon enough, but don't dick around too long with Drake, because if you do, I'm actually gonna restart this level. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna restart because I want to show like how you should actually shoot. How you should actually shoot the guys. It's also a meme that you can play this level upside down.
resistance and failure. There are little large sites on Earth which could challenge the arsenal on my island. Those bases will be incinerated. By turning
When he
these
says,
defensive
I've kept my
missiles
most hardened
into
combat
passive
veterans on
defensive
reserve.
ones. I've kept my most hardened combat veterans on reserve.
You want to shoot these guys,
I let them
then the
finish
auto-scroller starts. You want to shoot them as soon as possible. But anyway, the level's just an auto-scroller. You can shoot all these out if you want. These missile couplers that you have to shoot, they take 3 shots from the laser.
James, the missile is if you laser them,
Also, when these guys come out, you can see in the top left, the thing will flash red. You need to keep on top of them, otherwise it will become overwhelming. You can also still punch, by the way. You can punch them, but you can also punch the missiles. Look.
There are far more missiles to disarm than seconds on the clock.
I don't recommend doing this in a serious run, but yeah, you can do it if you're just memeing around.
Alongside Mr. Bond, I'm going to make the Earth a much better place. And through this space station, I will unite the balance of power. One vision working for the advancement of mankind.
well done, James.
Continue to impress me, Bond. I could use a man of your resources. Why not join us?
James, that last missile.
Yeah, the level's pretty much an auto-scroller. There's like nothing else you can do. You can play the level upside down too.
Especially with Drake firing that laser. Good work, James. The missile flew off course.
Now, when it comes to these last 3 missiles, I like to move up to the front. So you shoot these guys out while the missiles are getting set up. Okay. And I like to do it this way because,
It's viewing Mr. Bond.
I like to do it this way because then you'll be positioned at the back when you go to kill Drake. So 3 shots for each one. They all take 3 shots. And then you position yourself to shoot this last one. Okay. So now what you do is you want to switch your gun to overcharge alt fire. So with B. At least, and I think it's Z on GoldenEye controls, I don't remember. And you want to position your crosshair at Drake and make it so you've got at least like 2 things in between. And you want to fire the overcharge the instant Allura says laser, which is right after this line.
They're damaging the station. It's starting to break up. James, you must hurry.
Now.
The laser is
Right
going
then.
to
That's when you want to shoot, and if you timed it right,
But it could blow any second.
you'll kill Drake. And goodbye. And you stop the timer for this. You want to skip that cutscene. You stop the timer for this right then, as you see mission complete.
Oh yeah, baby, did you see that?
Now, I'm not going to run through this level again. Because obviously that's an auto-scroller. It's pretty simple. That ends my tutorial. Good, this music fits. For anyone who's stuck around, this tutorial has been about like 2.5 hours, but I believe I've covered everything I need to about this game. I've covered many strats. It was a bit spaghetti and my voice is really starting to break out. Like, it's really, really starting to blow it out and I need to just stop talking. But, really, I'm gonna end this by just giving shoutouts to, like, all of my boys from the Nightfire community. Specifically, like, just Mike Mint, Matt Timber, Fitterspace, Ollie, all the Nightfire boys, Canaria, Alakamit, just everyone from the Nightfire community and the entire 007 community. You're all great. And, I probably wouldn't be where I am on the leaderboards now if it weren't for you guys. Yeah, I might edit this if I have to, but I believe I've covered everything I need to. If anybody has any questions about the game, I guess, or if you missed anything, I could show it now, but it's pretty much the end of the tutorial. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, just, GG, I guess. I'm gonna go play some